This is the day 3 of my 90-day coding challenge, and the challenge for today is to build a small web app that counts the number of characters as the user types in the text area. So what it should do, it should display the text area where the user can type and show a live character count below it. So now we need to define what we need to type in here, the code we need to write. So the first thing is to create a text area and a live character count. So now in our HTML, we'll create a text area and a live character count. So let's go for that. So text area, let's name it text, and the ID can be text, text area. So this is our text area. Let's add a max length of 150 and placeholder of type here. Okay, I think this is better now. So the next thing to do is to add the character count. So to add our character count, we use span. So let's add 0 here. Let's give it an ID. Let's give it an ID of let's give it count or char count. Let's give it this, and so slash 150. Why do we give this 0 why do we give this 0 span? Is because we want the 0 to be interactive, and since we want the 0 to be interactive, we should add the 0 in a container that will make it interactive. So since we've done that, let's go into our JavaScript and let's recall these things. Let's record the text area and this char count. So let's add this here. Text area is equals to document dot get element by ID and text area. So let's call the second one also. So let's give this document dot get element by ID. Let's give this char. Okay, so now we've done this. Since we've recall these two of them, we have to give the count the limits. We have to add the count limit. So we have to say constant limit is equals to 150. Yeah. So now the last thing for us to do is to add the add event listener, so that anything we are typing in the text area, the JS will be able to receive it. So let's go text area dot add event listener. So let's give this input. So any input in the text area, we want the add event listener to receive it. And let's create our function. I hope you guys know that this is also another shortcut for function instead of the normal function that we used to type. So you can also use this also. So so this is it. So we have this count is equals to text area dot value, the value of we want to receive the value gotten from the text area length and the length of the characters in the text area. So we want to receive everything, so we are using the add event listener already to listen to everything that is happening in the text area. So now for our account, sorry, for our account, so dot text contents. So this text content allows us to have access to containers like div and span. So we give this one span char count span of 0. So this text content allows us to actually have access to this place. So is equals to the count that we have there. So the count that we have. So now let's check our console for I said console. Let's check our browser for the result of this. So let me bring my browser in here. So now let's type here. So as we are typing, it is showing the characters number. It is showing the numbers. It is showing the numbers. So if we want to add warning to this, we can actually add warning to this. So let's do that. Let's add warning to this. So we can just say maybe warning message, but before that we have to add our ID of warning message in our HTML. So we can add something like span. So let's give this an ID of warning message. Okay, let's use this short form. So now let's call that warning message here constant. So you can say warning is equal to document dot get element by ID. So warning message. Yeah. So now since we've gotten that warning message, the next thing for us to do is to recall it and add our script function. So we'll use the for if statements. So let's go if, let's say, count greater than limit minus 10. We want it to 1 before the 10th character, and counts less than or equals to limit. So now you can now say warning message dot text. Remember I explained text content dot text content is equals to, so now we can give this for almost full. So yeah, so we now have warning message dot class list dot add open brackets warning. So yeah, we have this. So now the else if count is equals to limit. Yes, what do we want if count is equals to limit? Warning message dot text content equals to limit reached. Let's add limit reached to this. Limit reached. So okay, this is okay. So let's add this again also. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. Okay, so now let's add another else. So else we have warning dot text contents, so equals to empty string. Let's put this. So let's add this again. Control V. Let's add that again. So now we've declared all the warning messages that we want to declare. So let's check our browser for the result. So now let's see if we would get the result. So it should give us the result when almost full. So it should give us the result when we get to limit minus 10, which is right here. When we get to something like, the limit here is 150, so limit minus 10 is 140. So the result should start warning us when we get to 140 and above, because that means it will start giving us the result when we get to 141, because we said count greater than limit. Only when we said grant count greater than or equals to limit, that is when it will start giving us that result when we get to something like 140. Okay, let me just say Control C and Control V. Okay, you see, when we get to 140, it will say almost full. But if we didn't add this equals to, which is right here, it will start from 141. You understand? So thank you for joining me in this day 3 of my 90-day coding challenge, and we built a small web app that counts the number of characters as the user type in the text area. So you can also drop your challenge question in the comment section, and if you have any recommendation, I'll be happy to listen to it. So subscribe for more and share so that it can reach other developers. Thanks for joining me in the day 3 of this coding challenge.